Michael's gonna edit this.
Okay,
so
Michael, this needs to be at the beginning.
Oh, wait. I need to get... I'm gonna send him those PNGs, and he's gonna try and make them move when we talk.
Okay. Editor, because we can't use names, because, you know, we never know who's editing. Editor person that we love dearly.
Humanoid.
Thank you. First of all, I'd like to thank you for your efforts that you put into this. And second of all...
Proceeds to cause problems. Let me just get really close to the microphone.
Yes.
Just wait, that's gonna be the intro to the episode.
We'll do it together. Okay, you ready?
Okay. You're still going.
I got noises. I got noises for days.
You do have noises for days. It's actually somewhat impressive.
Okay.
The sun is in my
Do you want to do an actual intro, or, you know?
We should do an actual... That is a...
You hearing the, like...
What is after?
We were doing memory crap,
July. Okay,
remember?
July is after June. My brain short-circuited and I forgot the month order.
Okay, that doesn't... Okay, whatever. Anyway, moving on.
What? Does July not come after June?
No,
June,
you're right.
July, August.
I thought you were confused about the screen with just the sky in it, like you had forgot where we left off, because that makes more sense than looking at them and going, June,
I was
July,
looking at the date. Because I look at the date when I organize videos. Anyway.
Wait, is that when we were on it last?
Yeah, July 12th.
Oh.
It was the last time we recorded. It has been a long time.
Oh boy.
Yeah. Because you dipped into the forest.
Okay, first do your intro. We'll talk about what I've been up to. Okay.
Hello, everybody. It is Fuzzyblueninja, and we are ripping off Markiplier.
Hey, everybody. How you doing? I forget what he says.
Is this Mad the Dragon?
Yeah.
Hi.
Hi, how you doing?
Hi. And you've been in the forest.
Okay, yeah, so...
You abandoned your best friend!
You have... I didn't abandon you, okay? I just
That's
needed
true.
to get
You
them
learned,
cash,
you
get them
learned how to
money.
text me.
I did. I learned how to text people in general. You know...
It was a big step for you. I'm proud of you.
It really was, you know. I moved
Every time I
forward.
lean forward and back, the sun gets in my eyes from the blinds, so I'm just blinded.
Do you need to, like, get a hat? Like a baseball hat?
I should probably get a hat.
Okay,
Give me a second. Tell your story.
Okay, so I went off into the woods for 2 weeks. What happened was, I have a family member who owns a hand washing station for firefighting in my area. So they, you know, provide a station for the firefighters who fight wildfires to wash their hands, brush their teeth, have hot water, and all that, right? It's a good service. People really appreciate it. And we tend to go to larger fires where there's lots more people. Anyway, this person hits me up and is like, do you have a job? And I said no, because I didn't. And they're like, do you want to disappear in the woods for 2 weeks? We'll feed you. And I said...
I thought she was going to get murdered, not going to lie.
Yeah, well, I did text the group chat. I was like, guys, we can't do D&D this week. I'm going to be in the woods for 2 weeks with no service.
And we all got concerned.
It was hilarious. They started making a Dead by Daylight jokes. Oh, and I'm just going to send one of these in the group chat. But they have the generators, like real life Dead by Daylight generators. I'm not even joking. Because they, like, you know, the sun sets, but people still got to brush them teeth. So they have the lights.
Oh, that's so much better. I put a blanket at the window because I couldn't find a hat.
It's so funny. Like, I was like, this is Dead by Daylight, you know?
Honestly.
Oh.
Okay, well, you look, we're going to actually start.
No, we're not. We're going to forever be talking about random crap.
Okay, let's see.
I'm
I'm angled. It's weird, so I'm looking at the OBS recording, which is a split second behind.
Oh.
So I move the mouse, and then it doesn't move, and it's weird.
Just look at the normal screen, and then you can, like, stop, talk.
I don't want to put my back to you.
Look me in the eyes.
I'm looking in the eyes.
I will look. I'm not even going to be looking at you for most of the time. Let's be honest. I love you, but, like, not that much.
Okay. What was the narrator voice? Because we were in the past.
It's. I don't remember.
And it was.
Do we need to, like, pull up our own video for a second to just to, like, look at voices?
Where's my phone?
Oh, and there's another one. I took 3 pictures of these generators.
The generator.
Also, there's gonna be a picture of the Forgotten Gatorade that was out there for 3 days.
Oh, nice.
When I first saw it, I thought the guy that was working there, it was his, and so I didn't touch it, but then it was there for several days.
We're just gonna guess on the voices, to be honest.
Okay.
This will be fun.
I have like vibes that I assigned,
Same.
but the question is, do I remember what the vibes were?
You can pass the vibe check. I believe in you.
Okay.
You can pass the vibe check, and I need to stop touching my microphone.
Yeah, stop it. I would slap your hands, but you're too far away from me.
Okay. Our families were close. Misaki's father would always throw these get-togethers at their house over the weekends or during special occasions. I remember him being really overwhelming at first. He was a lot like Misaki, only bigger and louder. I rarely saw Misaki's mother.
She's dead.
Probably. The times I did see her, she was pretty distant. Besides that, I really don't remember much about her. At first, we were inseparable, Misaki and us, but then her father lost his job and we started seeing less of her. And eventually they just left, no warning whatsoever. Even her parents tried to get in contact, no luck. It had been as if the Kazahayas had disappeared off the face of the planet.
How do we know that's not what happened? Okay.
Mr. Ryota.
This is me.
Oh, this is therapist friend.
Yeah,
and
well,
teacher.
teacher dude. Dude that, because I'm an adult, I could simp for. Remember?
Okay, keep going.
Something like
Do a man voice.
I'm trying. Okay.
He's a tired man.
That must have been a really hard blow. I feel like I read these with my eyes closed, because I totally do.
Maybe that's why you can't read. Maybe that's why grammar is your enemy. Rui's.
Because I looked at it, and then I looked
You
to the
looked
side.
away and I watched you do it. You glanced at the screen and then did everything you could not to look again.
With my eyes half closed, like...
Who needs to read? Who needs to read the dialogue I'm reading? Rui says that it had been. Honestly, I don't remember much of what followed. It all passed in a haze. Essentially, I felt abandoned. I had this idea that everyone close to me would leave me. You're giving me dramatic echoes?
Yes.
Alright, I need to do my voice for him. I need to do my Yama voice.
Okay, I'll try and copy it. The dramatic echoes.
I don't think I could even cry. I only felt empty inside. Oh my gosh. But Rui says that it really was a terrible time.
Sorry, you'll have to forgive me.
Turn your phone off!
I gotta silence my phone. Remember, I set up the pictures of the Dead
That's
by
people
Daylight
probably
generators.
talking about it.
I am curious what they said. Let's see.
Let's just stop mid-dramatic moment to read your text.
It says, dang, opposite weather from me, from Zohan, the Zogarth Zoman.
Get a stroke there?
No.
Continuing onward, she says that I didn't eat, didn't sleep, didn't even play any games with her. She says that I looked like a ghost. Heck, actually became one. And I don't remember it, but she says that one day.
Oh, what the heck? Did you see the...
Yeah! And then I do a backflip as I remember my suicide attempt.
That's probably...
I'm thinking he almost OD'd on pills.
Well,
that's my guess.
Yeah, there was a
bottle.
bottle.
Like. It was a bottle. It was white, and white bottles normally mean pills or a hospital.
Or, water to, wash it down.
Or water.
If
yeah.
we, there's labels or shaker cups or whatever. Anyway, here's my tired voice,
But he's now concerned.
Yama, what's wrong?
I do a backflip, depressingly.
How would that look? Okay.
It's a sad floppy backflip, and that's the sound effect.
And you just moved your hands from one side of you to the other with, a little bump in between. That's how it works.
Nope. Sorry, that's it. Sub story over.
Are you sure? Sorry, is a different person that I had those to. Do you realize that the entire point of therapy is to share your sob stories? It's not a burden, Yama. I'm glad to hear you out. I thought for sure I put my phone on silent. I did not. It is now, though.
Oh, you're doing great. I feel tired. I think I'll have to stop here. It's mainly an excuse and a very effective one for therapists. Mr. Ryota immediately nods in understanding.
I'm nodding my head as he would. Thank you. Thanks for confiding in me. This makes it a lot harder
To read? Because you're nodding your head. Stop moving! Just read steadily!
Fine. Just so you know, what you felt was completely valid. I'm sorry you had that trauma.
He says with a smile.
Hey, I don't think they have a model of him not smiling.
Probably.
Let's be honest.
It's fine. I got over it. I'd like to go now, if that's okay.
If you're sure. Is there anything else I can do for you?
I'm okay.
You sure? No, just... Oh! Sure you don't want a lollipop?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure, but
How dare
thanks.
you? Lollipops are delicious. Anyway, have a good day, Yama.
Lollipops are dope.
But at least take this prescription.
I'm sorry, you're giving us pills? You're a school doctor. You don't have authority to do this. Prescription? Seriously? Then I actually look at it. 1 bucket of ice cream to be eaten guilt-free.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
As far as the administration knows, this is a totally legitimate treatment.
That's fair. Ice cream does make me feel better.
I know. Eating your feelings. Ice cream is one of those core groups in the food pyramid, you know? The one of the mental one, you know?
He actually pulls a genuine laugh out of me. Thanks, Mr. Ryota. And thanks for listening.
Anytime, brother.
The brother. I exit Mr. Ryota's office in a considerably better mood than when I entered it.
That's kind of how therapy's supposed to work.
I don't feel tired. I feel rejuvenated. Yeah, honestly, that's how you're supposed to feel after therapy.
Yeah,
but sometimes you do feel emotionally raw.
Yeah, because you just
you just tore through your trauma.
You cried. You're like, ugh, I cry so easy too. Anyway.
Yeah.
Huge side tangent that editor can feel free to cut up as much as they want to.
Yep, it's been 18 minutes and we're not even.
I've been gone for a month at this point.
We haven't seen each other in person for weeks.
Mm-hmm. Well,
we went from living together to not seeing each other for weeks at a time.
Oh yeah.
It's an adjustment.
Oh yeah. It's like, where's my constant best friend?
Where's the, I have a weird thought. Listen to me. What if dogs had human skin? And I'm like.
Yeah, I started doing that over text. I go, I have a weird thought. Do you want to hear it?
And I'm like, sure, why not?
And I send something to them.
And I'm like, babe, why? Anyway, I actually don't feel tired. I feel rejuvenated. It seems like those memories have been weighing on me for a long time. Maybe therapy really would be beneficial.
No derp.
Probably. Deciding to take his prescription to heart, I head straight to the downtown shopping area. With my mind cleared, I get to pay a little more attention to the weather. Beautiful, cloudless skies.
That's a lie.
Hint of a cool breeze.
I see the clouds.
Yeah, no, we see clouds. That's a lie, Yama.
One way or the other, that's a lie.
You! Jinx, yummy soda.
Gosh darn it! Okay, let me.
I bought you a soda today.
Okay, but I'm the one who owes you sodas, so that doesn't mean anything, sadly.
Whatever. Do you want to be random person number 1?
Is it? Well, we don't know who it is.
We don't know who this is.
We both said it, so, we'll see. Okay,
It's a random anime chick.
Let's think. When it comes to so we got best friend that you are. I'm now Misaki, whatever her face is. Misaki. I'm a bandana man, you're pineapple head. I'm Isabel, you are...
The other one. The female friend.
No, I already said Rue.
Oh, okay.
So I think you can be this person. She might have a bigger role too, but that's okay. I'll just,
A girl careens from around the corner and nearly crashes right into me. Her glasses flash dangerously as she tips her newsboy cap over her forehead, studying me with an intensity that could rival an electronic microscope.
Oh boy.
Yeah, me? It's all I can manage to say at the eccentric sight.
Oh, weird girl. Nice. Okay, give us your best weird girl voice.
Oh my gosh. Where do I want to go with this?
There's a lot. You've already done your anime girl voice, so.
I have. Yes, an idyllic, unlettered civilian. Perfect.
I'm scared.
A hint of a satisfied smile tugs at her lips. For what must be the 100th time today, I feel a keen sense of impending doom.
Same, brother.
Respond to my questions with yes or no. Do not deviate. Do not invent. And for the sake of both our sanities, do not dawdle.
Who are you?
This is gonna be time sensitive in it. I'm getting my hand ready on the mouse.
You're like, I'm ready.
First, am I correct in assuming you are an academy student? You must have the wrong person. I've never seen you before. How can you judge the purpose behind this encounter without knowing the criteria I have set in my approach? I am not mistaken. You are my target.
Oh my gosh.
It doesn't take a genius to sense that this girl means trouble. I decide to conveniently ignore her and step around her. I do have long man legs.
Mm-hmm.
She only steps with me, blocking my path again. Oh, great, I can sense where this is going. As I envisaged, subject demonstrates a remarkable inability to utilize basic cognitive functions.
Oh my gosh, I want to slap this girl.
I know, right?
I'm gonna slap her so hard.
So hard.
Oh.
Talk about uncalled for, abusive words, overly complicated language. She clearly has a few screws loose. Maybe I should call the hospital, see if they have a runaway mental patient.
I agree.
But she's not wearing hospital clothes.
That doesn't mean much.
Look, kid, I don't know what your problem is, but kid, the pleasantly cool air suddenly develops a rather harsh chill. Oh, she must be one of those phases. Just another 14-year-old expecting to be treated with the dignity of a grandmother. Albeit no 14-year-old who apparently memorized the dictionary. Well, whatever you are. Generally speaking, it's pretty rude to just run up to someone... some random stranger and insult them.
You can't read either. Ha ha ha.
I can read better than you can. Truly, your idiocy has risen to a level beyond which I had previously surmised. She immediately digs into her pocket and flashes something in front of my face. Shiguro Inamoto, freelance detective. Legally certified to inspect crime scenes, obtain private files, and, if necessary, interrogate unduly inquisitive citizens with the observational finesse of a blind bat. And you shall note that I am 26 years of age. Wait, what? You're 26? Unless you presume to imply that you are deaf, as well as dumb, I suggest, but you're so short. I practically feel ice crystals forming in the air.
Ooh!
Yeah, that was the wrong move there, bud.
You never call anyone short.
Never. Well, I should strongly prefer to be short of stature than short of cerebral matter, as seems to be your tendency. Ouch. Not a bad blow. But wait. If you're a freelance detective, does that mean that this is an interrogation? And I'm a suspect? If I have to go to the police station, do I get excused absences from class? Backflip away. And then I backflip, and then I run. I see no need to reverse your expectation that you will be taking the unexcused absences as they are. Consider it an inevitability similar to your clinical depression. That stops me. What? How could she possibly... What would even make her think something like that? You might as well carry a sign. From your uniform, you're a student at the academy. From the fact that you're wearing it, you attended school this morning. And from your presence in town rather than in class, you are, as I believe they call it, playing hooky.
I still want to slap this lady.
I know, same. From that prescription slip, you are enrolled in into the recently developed therapy method that the academy has been boasting. From your fairly normal physicality and social skills, your problem is most likely clinical depression or something like high-functioning autism. Okay, I get it, you're a detective. No,
I hate
man.
you. Oh my gosh. I hope
right?
you get murdered.
I mean, there is a creepy serial killer about.
In real life. I hope no one dies. In this graphic novel thingamabob, what is it called again?
A visual novel.
A visual novel. I hope this lady dies first, because she is so annoying.
Yeah, we don't like her.
In so many ways. Anyway, you can continue.
And you're impressed, but pretending not to be.
It is pretty impressive. The observations themselves might seem like common sense, but a person who can actually synthesize them is a rare find. Which, of course, kind of just makes her even more annoying.
That is true.
I relax a little. I'll be relieved that she hadn't actually secretly researched me.
Now it is your turn.
My turn?
Of course.
What can you see from my physical representation? Sorry, physical presentation. I invite you to give your brain some much needed exercise.
That gets close to firing me up. Close. Sorry, but I have my therapist's instructions to follow. Unless you have any actual business with me, I'd appreciate it if you left me alone.
Ooh.
Step around her again. This time, she doesn't move. But just as I think I'm home free, I hear a soft whisper drifting from behind me.
Do you not wish to play a bigger role in society than an inconsequential pawn in this game of life?
No.
Or you restrict yourself to the confines of your own abilities just because of her?
Excuse me?
I quietly stop. Turn around. Slowly. Tell me how you know that. Right now!
I shall, after you prove yourself mentally capable of comprehending the simplest of my explanations.
I want to slap this girl silly.
I know, right?
Fine.
Everything-
She wants to play it that way? Let her play it that way. Time to focus. I'll start with... Because we know Yama's smart. Where do you want to start?
Circumstances. I hope he calls her an annoying little brat.
Why here? Why now? Why me? These are all questions I need to address. Detectives approached me and bombarded me with questions. But I see no other policemen. Is she doing this because she's bored? No. She was specifically looking for an academy student for some reason. I'm coming up short in this area. I'll have to think about it later.
Gosh darn it. Her body language. She's too confident for her own good.
She spreads her weight evenly on both feet, unlike most girls, who let it lie more on one side of their hip than the other. Even weight on both smeat. Both smeat?
Both smeat. What's a smeat?
Even weight on both feet. Almost sounds like a
Fighting stance is my first thought.
You could do either. It depends.
You could, 'cause especially in choir, you want to have even weight on both feet. You actually want to have one foot slightly in front of the other.
Okay,
But with fighting posture, you want to have both feet even, shoulder width apart.
yeah.
We know that she has even weight on both feet, but we don't know their orientation.
Yeah. The question, she's straight on us, right?
Uh-huh.
So,
So I would assume, like, shoulder width apart next to each other in line.
yeah, so it will come across as a very formal posture, but from what we understand of this character, she's
Fine.
annoyingly competent, right?
Yeah.
So,
I think fighting stance.
okay, we'll go with fighting stance, because I think that's, like, she would have some sort of physical, you know.
Oh my gosh, my mouse is... She seems relaxed, but with that bright-eyed look of someone expecting danger around every corner. That kind of weight distribution doesn't seem to come naturally. Maybe she was in sports, or maybe in self-defense at one point. For a while, from the looks of it. I'd like to guess martial arts, but I can't say for sure. There are too many
Definitely
possibilities.
self-defense, for sure.
Most likely. Okay then, maybe we should think about this a different way. Her movements are very crisp and close to the body. When she's speaking, she doesn't gesture very much, even when yelling. Generally speaking, sports emphasize emoting on a huge scale, roaring in victory, bawling in defeat, the works. Not only that, but limbs are trained more for gross motor skills than fine motor skills. On the contrary, Shigura has very tight control over her hands, almost to the point where she seems stiff,
Okay.
which likely points to something high control, like ballet or archery, or a more subtle martial art, like Wing Chun. Well, that still didn't narrow things down too much, but it's time to move on. I've noticed that when Shigura moves, she primarily tends to use her...
Oh, do you remember? Well, she has one hand up,
yeah,
and she would cross, too.
she would cross.
That's right hand?
Yeah, do we want to say... I think
Right-handed
she's
is
her
also
right.
just a better guess, so.
Yeah. Her left hand is generally stagnant, while her right often takes the most action, adjusting her glasses or tapping against her hip. Probably safe to assume that she's right-handed. So she used to be involved in a high-control form of physical exercise, and she's right-handed. Is that all I can get from her body language? Well, she doesn't wear any noticeable makeup, dresses like a kid, and she wears glasses instead of contacts, just calling more attention to her pathetic stature. Wait a minute. When I put it that way, it almost sounds like she...
Wants to be underestimated. Yep. She doesn't have a mental disability.
No, she could be autistic, and
That's true.
And
She could be.
they from what the internet said, they have a specific thing they become obsessed with and very passionate about. Hers could be the dictionary. Webster's 5th edition.
Yeah, but in this instance, it's
Most likely
obvious
wants to
that
be
she wants to be seen as a child. She's hiding,
Yeah.
even though she has, she's very competent in her line of work.
Even though she pretends to be indignant about being mistaken for a kid, it looks like that's her intent. Even though she's a freelance detective, she doesn't wear her badge anywhere, or carry a gun or anything, really. She probably believes that being underestimated is a valuable skill. As a woman, it is very helpful, and you need to be able to weaponize that.
Well, it depends on who you're using it against, right? It is
Yes.
a weapon of many kinds.
In self-defense.
Yeah, when it comes physically, yes, always that will help you get across. When it comes to like, oh, well, I can't do this because I'm a girl.
Yeah,
like
no.
sometimes I do that just because I don't want to reach the top shelf. But if you are a guy, don't feel like when girls do that, most of the time they can do it. Unless you can obviously you're watching them struggle, like, and even then, do they know you're there? Anyway,
She probably believes that being underestimated is a valuable skill.
it is.
I can't say I personally agree, but hey, she's the 26-year-old freelance detective, not me.
Also, being overestimated is a good skill as well because it prevents fights.
Intimidation, yeah,
So it goes both ways.
it does. Unlike the standard professional wear I might expect of a law enforcement agent, she's dressed comfortably. Probably can do that because she's a freelance detective. They also haven't been ironed in a while, which means either she doesn't care or she's a workaholic. Possibly a combination of both.
It's both.
Her shirt proclaims king, conscious or unconscious association to her egotism.
It's totally both.
Yeah. I can't tell much, but I find it strange that she's dressed so casually and expects people to take her seriously. With her height and her clothes, is it any wonder that she's often mistaken for a kid? And one more thing bothers me. She wears comfortable-looking clothes, which I previously assumed were for efficiency. After all, chasing down criminals in high heels is a stupid idea. And yet, something stands out.
So
I feel like it would be the glasses and the hoodie, because if you're fighting someone, glasses are something easy to grab. Same with a hoodie.
also, but you also have the hat, which you can grab someone's hat and pull it down
That's
over
true,
their
and
face.
it did fall over her face when she was introduced.
As well as if you are wearing skinny jeans, you're not moving anywhere in those.
That's fair.
So
Both are viable options.
both are viable options from what we've gotten from her. The hat, I think, is to, be an identity, and the glasses too. And then the jeans are to add a more casual feel. The weather seems to be nice, so the hoodie is a bit odd. So we'll go glasses and hoodie.
That's true, he did say the weather was nice. Wearing a hoodie is uncomfortable, and so are glasses. Right? No, actually, there's nothing wrong with that. What's odd about assuming that she's wearing these clothes for movability? So it was the hat and jeans.
Okay.
Right. Hats are a pain to run with, because unless you keep one hand on them at all times, they're likely to flop around, fall off, or just generally be obnoxious. The jeans are too tight to opt for flexibility. Running in those would either be very uncomfortable or very, very embarrassing. Which implies that she just dresses how she wants to. Definitely a very headstrong individual. But she doesn't choose casual clothes for comfort, knowing that it can interfere with her job. Then, is she purposely choosing it to aggravate others, to announce her individualism? It would match with her choosing to be a freelance detective instead of a corporate investigator. Free-spirited, rebellious, and, as I suspect from how she's shamelessly pulling me aside for no reason, guided more by her heart than her head despite her intellect.
There you go.
Not bad. Next I should think about... that one was probably meant to not be done last.
Oh well, we did it last.
I take a step back to look at the full picture. No, this isn't it, not quite. It's good information, but it's basic. Nothing stands out. I can't actually use any of this. Time to think a little deeper. Is there anything that can help me? Anything at all? Something I've missed? And then my phone rings, so I backflip to grab it. Oh no, it's hers.
And Outtro speaking. Yes? You cannot resolve such an appallingly simple task by your own means. I shall consider your intellect no different than that of a headless chicken's. Good day.
And then I backflip in confusion.
Now, you may want to hasten your efforts before the ground upon which we stand becomes our gravestones.
Yeah, I'm on it. Jeez.
Language.
I say this distractedly primarily because I noticed she has a flip phone. Ancient technology by today's standards. Buttons, 2-inch screen, primitive camera, the works. Not just that, but it's a terrible looking flip phone.
Oh,
the kind
boy.
of decor that you see on prepubescent phones. Rhinestones, heart stickers, even the random scrawl from a Sharpie that was too faded into the metal for me to read. It's completely unlike her, which means that it's a wealth of information. While on call, she graciously turned the phone in my direction, allowing me to catch a glimpse of her wallpaper. Shock, it was a picture, at least a few years old, of a guy hugging her. Double shock, she was proudly showing off a ring. Not a cheap cutesy colored ring, like the couple bands of a new relationship in its second week, a legitimate diamond ring. An engagement ring.
That she's not
But
wearing
she's not
now.
wearing the ring anymore. Even looking at her hands at this moment, I can't even tell that she'd ever worn one. Which means that once she had a fiance and he broke up with her, and he did it recently.
Long time ago. There's no mark of the ring.
That's true. There's no mark of the ring, so it would have been a while. Okay. Ah, of course. If the engagement had ended recently, I'd see a tan around her finger or maybe an indent. Instead, there's nothing. Which means that the fiance called off the engagement a while ago. She obviously didn't call it off. Not if she's keeping that picture on her phone. In fact, maybe they broke it off amicably if she hasn't deleted it yet. Either that, or she's a stalker. Alright, that's much more like it. I think I'm ready. I square my shoulders and look her in the eye. Sorry about the wedding.
Ooh.
Silence. I backflip again.
They both black flip.
Hello?
They both do.
What wedding?
Is she serious? How could I possibly word this delicately? Yours, one that your fiance called off a few years ago.
Oh, did he?
Didn't he? Unless she does have a wedding ring and she just doesn't wear it? Is it in your pocket or something?
You might seek to articulate yourself better. Is what in my pocket?
Your wedding ring!
Why would I have a wedding ring in my pocket?
If your fiance didn't call off the wedding, then wait. No, there's one more possibility, and since she's in law enforcement, it wouldn't be unlikely. I immediately shut up as the realization dawns on me.
And then I do a backflip because you're stupid.
And then I do a backflip as well, because I'm better than you, and I can backflip cooler.
Mm-hmm.
I see you have realized. Yes, he never called off the wedding.
Because he died.
Ooh.
I suddenly feel very, very callous. I'm sorry.
Silence! Say nothing that you do not mean. Unless you are manipulating others to extract information, and that is an occupational hazard.
I hate her even more. I'm not even gonna lie.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, my fiance died, or husband, or whatever. Why are you so casual about it? Why would
And she
you?
seems like proud that that's what he didn't think of.
Mm-hmm.
Like proud of the fact, and I hate it.
Mm-hmm. Or the fact that like he goes to apologize and she cuts him off, saying, "You don't mean it." Of course he does. He doesn't mean to make you feel bad.
Yeah.
Oh,
Right.
Or at least that bad. You know, maybe like smug, but that's it.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Even as she continues on, I mentally hit myself for my error.
there you go.
I shall admit, civilian, that you have done adequately. Train your senses consistently, and you might become moderately useful in the future.
I dislike you.
Thanks. Really, I'm overwhelmed.
But I ask of you this. What is the meaning when a freelance detective approaches a student and asks a string of seemingly unrelated questions of
She's
him?
insane.
Let's see.
I like the
We
last
just
one.
talked about your dead fiance.
Let's-
I'm gonna say you have a crush on me.
Oh yeah.
Wait, really? We want to do that one?
No.
Okay, here's what I thought.
So.
She's testing him. She suspects him of a crime. I would say testing by the way she's been talking.
Mm-hmm.
She's been mentioning his intellect a lot, and she specifically said to train your intellect consistently.
Mm-hmm. I think
think
she
she's
wants to use Yama as an inside
To the
eyes.
academy.
Mm-hmm.
Because the killer could be, oh my gosh, it's gonna be Pineapple Head or something, and I'll have to change my dramatic serial killer voice to to Pineapple Head, bro.
I think I know who it is, but I'm gonna I'll write it on my phone, and then when we get to it, we can
Is
reconvene.
it the friend that dipped?
I'm not gonna tell you.
Okay.
I have an idea, but
Whatever,
I could
she
be
is
super
testing
wrong.
him. You're testing my intelligence for some reason.
It's also why she keeps asking him a random string of questions and is open to back and forth banter like this, despite the fact she was very direct in the beginning.
Yes. Or you're actually a marketing intern trying to conduct some bizarre survey. I wouldn't know. Shigure fixes me with an unfathomable stare. The only sign of emotion on her face are her eyebrows, which are almost raised to her hairline.
What is your name?
Sorry?
Your name.
This has nothing to do with the case, but if I protest, she'll probably smack me with more verbal abuse. Yama Ishimoto.
And then I backflip because your name is weird.
What is she thinking of? Her derision is preferable to her silence.
I postulate that you possess anonymity of free time. What is your assessment regarding a coadjunct meteor?
The heck?
Coadjutant. Oh, frick! Coadjutant. Meteor.
Coadjutant. Métier.
Yeah.
Coadjutant meteor. Who even uses those kinds of words?
An idiot. I mean,
Are you asking me to be your assistant?
Servant, not assistant. Because I'm
no.
a 26-year-old woman who's asking this of a high school student. And yes, I know the implications on Rule 24. I am prepared.
I made aggressive eye contact with Matt as I said that.
I don't like this. I feel uncomfortable.
Putting me and job in the same sentence is never a good idea. I barely have enough diligence to hand out stuff in class when I'm called on by the teacher. How much worse would my punishment be if I worked with a woman? That's crazy. No, not detention, I'd assume.
Yeah, she would get arrested.
Yeah, probably.
You are a student. Okay.
Probably a minor still.
Yeah, he's a minor and she is not. And despite whatever intentions she has, anything that goes on between you two will be her fault because she is an adult and you are a minor. You will get a slap on the wrist, tops.
And yet, examining pieces of a puzzle, putting them together, framing the whole story, it was fun. Logic, ingenuity, resourcefulness, and almost nothing is fun to me, which makes it doubly interesting.
Oh no.
Sure, why not? It's not like you're a or anything and I'm not gonna get arrested.
She's not because she's too smart for that.
She is.
Not like really smart, but she thinks she's too smart for that. Anyway.
Good. I will require your contact information and then be off.
I take a moment to process this. That's it? Wait, how did you know?
Know what?
You told me earlier about her. A tense moment ticks by as Shigura stares evenly at me.
Pure conjecture.
You can't be serious.
You did not appear to notice that my wording was intentionally vague.
What? But you said...
Do you not wish to play a bigger picture, a bigger role in society than an inconsequential pawn in the game of life? Or will you restrict yourself to the confines of your own abilities just because of her?
Oh, classic bait for confirmation bias. Appeal to a person's general desire for significance. Allude to just one person for some added resonance. All she would have to guess is the gender. 50% chance of striking a chord in her victim. She probably guessed a girl for my personality. I'm not exactly the type to easily befriend guys. A bait. Just a bait.
You see, you understand.
She pushes the phone into my motionless hand.
You have registered my cellular number. Tomorrow you will receive a text regarding your next assignment. Keep your evenings free.
You suck.
With that, she simply tips her hat, whirls around, and strides off.
I hate this woman.
I know, she's kind of dumb, but we have run out of time.
So we're gonna save. Okay.
That is all the time we have for today. We're going to end this episode there and hand this over to Editor Man to do his editing magic.
Yep, we got some stories
That can very easily be cut out if you would like.
Yeah, please. Some of them I'm sitting there and I'm going,
why?
Maybe not. Maybe not. But, do your best. Good luck, editor.
Anyway, thank you all for coming to hang out. Like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. And then y'all stay awesome. Fuzzy and Mad, out.
Bye.